whoever we are today is a product of all of the beliefs, the knowledge, and the interactions with the world that we have had till today. So these beliefs, these knowledge, and the way we interacted with the world, they keep instructing us of what to do and what not to do. So our habits are an outcome of this. Now imagine if you have to change, then how will you do it if your instructions are the same? So if you want to change, upgrade your content, upgrade the instructions, and the change will come naturally. Stay with me till the end, because there are 3 critical things that I will be discussing in each of these pillars and how you need to take a look at changing yourself. So let's look at beliefs. Many of us grow up with beliefs about what we can do, what we cannot do, how we can approach a situation, how we cannot approach a situation. Some of these we have copy pasted from our parents, from our early childhood. Some of these are also messages that we've been told of what we are good at and what we are not good at. Some of these are also emotional gaps that we carry. What we feel comfortable with, what we don't feel comfortable with, what gives us relaxation and focus, what gives us challenge and stimulation. And then we have internalized these as statements. Doing this helps me this, I can't do this, I can do this, if I do this, I were to, oh, will I be able to handle myself, etc. So there are tons of beliefs which are running inside us. Predominantly, they impact the way we regulate ourselves and the way we extend ourselves to get things done. Regulation is a lot about what we do or what we don't do given a certain situation, and extend is going on, being resilient, being focused on doing things and how results are achieved. So my invitation to you is, please work with a coach or a mentor or a good self-help book to understand what are the kind of beliefs that help us acquire positive habits and positive changes, and what are some of those self-limiting beliefs. So I'll leave this with you, self-limiting beliefs. Read a little bit more about this subject, understand it, or sit down with a coach or mentor who can help you, and go back to your childhood, go back to your experiences and figure out where, when, and how you acquired some of those self-limiting beliefs. Release those beliefs and acquire correct, more self-empowering beliefs like, I can learn and change, or if I break things down into multiple steps, I can go step by step and progress. I will work on this every day. I am consistent. I am self-disciplined. I am able to pull myself back from wrong choices. I am able to help myself make positive choices. When you have these kind of beliefs running in your mind, you will be able to work better. So, in a nutshell, understand what are the self-limiting beliefs that you carry. Go back to your childhood, correlate to those experiences and release some of those. Work with a coach, mentor on doing these things and acquire some of those positive self-empowering beliefs. And that's your first part of upgrading your instructions. The second part, whatever or wherever we want to change, the generic readiness, and when you upgrade your beliefs, it's a generic readiness which can help you with any kind of change. So once you have a generic readiness, whatever is the specific area of change that you want, whether you want de-addiction from cigarette or food or any other things, or you want to develop healthy habits of working out, etc., or you want to change your leadership style, go deep, read the subject, read a few good books, the contemporary authors who are talking about in that subject, or work with some facilitators who talk about this subject. Talk to also people who have done this themselves in real life and life's conditions similar to yours. Accumulate that knowledge. That knowledge, the body of knowledge itself, is going to give you a way into doing things. You don't need to sit and create steps. Many times we try to create steps for the change. Whereas if you have deep knowledge, the body of knowledge of that subject itself will tell you what to do and how to approach it. Like if you have to quit smoking, if you read good amount of research articles and what doctors say, they would have prescribed the kind of steps that you need to work with week on week to get there. You don't have to try and self-create those. All you have to do is take a particular process and self-regulate yourself and extend yourself to the point where you stay consistent and do things. So that's about the knowledge. So be aware of the body of knowledge, choose the right process that experts are saying, and then just stick to it and get through with that change. That itself will create a lot of updation in what you do. The third one, which is changing how you interact with the world, is about those triggers that we have. So while you make changes, you will meet different people. Somebody will support you, somebody will ignore you, somebody will try to negate what you're doing. Like if you're trying to quit smoking, there might be some friends who will say, yes, yes, you're doing very well. There are others who will be like unconcerned about it. Yet there are others who will tempt you. Hey, why do you want to really do this? Just go ahead and have a smoke with us. Or your old gang might say, oh, now you're trying to go clean, huh? And all of that stuff. And they'll tempt you in indirect ways. So what do you do at these points in time? So you need to know how to respond, how to react to the stimuli of the outside world. Or if you've learned a certain leadership framework and you are in a meeting, and at the spur of the moment, if you have to implement it, how are you going to self-regulate yourself? Do you need to carry a mind map with you? Do you need to carry some templates with you? Is there a particular language that you need to speak? So that is also a process of change that you need to acquire. It's an extension of step 2, where you acquire a lot of knowledge. But a part of the knowledge is what is the content sitting on the inside, and a part of that knowledge is the part of the content that helps you interact with the world outside. Upgrade that and see how you will act or react in positive situations, negative situations, under pressure, under crisis. If you are unwell, tired, and your derailer behaviors can come up, how will you behave at that point in time? And that will crystallize the way you absorb and retain that change. So that's your process of change. So go deep into your beliefs, and that's a generic readiness for you to change anyways. Get rid of all self-limiting beliefs and acquire positive beliefs, which will help you both self-regulate and extend yourself to stay consistent and acquire the habit. Upgrade your knowledge, understand the body of knowledge. From within that, choose your steps to take action. And with some part of the knowledge that you gain, also understand how to interact with the world, especially in positive and negative situations, and what would you do under pressure. Do this, and you would have upgraded your content, upgraded your instruction, and you will work through with change with a lot of joy and pleasure. In fact, it will become a very enriching experience instead of being the dull, drab, pressureful experience that people make change to be. Wish you the very best in becoming a better version of yourself in whatever you're trying to do.